All right, YouTube. Good evening. We're going to go at this again with another new piece for the collection. This is the Benchmade Mini Loco. Does it say? Yeah, okay. Sorry. One would think I'd prepare for these like at all, right? So this knife is coming in at just over 7.5 inches with about 3.4-inch blade length, about a 3.25-inch cutting edge. I'm aware y'all can't see these numbers on this scale, but I can. That's why I tell you. 4.455 ounces. So this knife, all right, let's start. It's S30V, DLC coated, deep carry pocket clip, G10 scales. We'll take a look at it against the usual suspects. Kershaw leak. And actually, in terms of overall length, it's really fairly close to the Kershaw leak. The Benchmade bug out. Again, in overall length, it's very similar to the Benchmade bug out. The Tenacious. It's a little bit shorter than the Tenacious. And then just because it's basically always in my pocket, the paramilitary too. So in terms of handle, it is substantially shorter than the paramilitary 2. In terms of blade length, it's about the same, but it's got a little bit more cutting length just because the PM2 has that forward choil. So this, I would say, is probably what most would consider to be a mid-sized knife. Man, I like this. Anyway, so I just got this one a couple of days ago. It hadn't really been broken in at all, and I haven't touched the pivot at all. But it came perfectly centered. No kind of blade play. Nice sharp edge to it. Like I said, it just needs to break in. I'm gonna cycle it, a few hundred times before I try to fine tune that pivot. I had my eye on this one for a while, probably about the same since I got the aileron. Actually that's not the right one. We'll do a quick look at that versus the aileron side by side. Just because they're all here. Yeah, so the aileron's a substantially bigger knife. Not necessarily in blade length, but in overall length. It's got a much smoother action though. But like I said, I've had my eye on the Mini Loco, since I got the aileron. The only thing that kind of held me back on it is this grip angle. And you know, as you can see, you know, most of my other knives have a nice straight grip angle. I mean, one of the more extreme ones is my Tenacious. I don't know why I was drawing such a blank on that name. My Tenacious. And this is, you know, it's just kind of an extreme grip angle when you're looking at it. And it was hard for me to pull the trigger on it because it's kind of a weird looking knife. I will say this much. It feels quite good ergonomically. You know, the pocket clip falls right where it should. It really locks, this swooping grip really locks your front finger into that where it should be. And it's a really solid purchase you get on this knife. Like I said, haven't broken it in yet. Obviously, as most of you all know, I'm a fan of this kind of a sheep's foot, reverse Tonto, Warncliffe, whatever you want to call it, blade shape, and a thumb hole, modernized lock system, G10 scales that actually look really good. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but you can kind of see the grain pattern in these scales. And they're smooth, like they're polished smoothly, but it feels nice. And like I said, it's not that big a deal because of the way this grip angle really locks you into that front finger groove. This one I got, well, I'll just tell you, I get most of my knives as a veteran from various sources that give good veteran discounts. So this knife would probably cost you, I want to say in the 190 range on a place like Blade HQ. I didn't pay that for it. I don't know if you're a veteran, go to govx.com. If you're a veteran, look into Spyderco. They have a good program for veterans. You know, if you're into Benchmades and Spydercos, that's a good place to get. Those are good places to get those knives. All my other ones, like my Kershaws, my CRKTs, I have to find those typically from places like Blade HQ or even eBay. But be careful what you buy on eBay. Yeah, so the action feels really good. Like I said, I haven't adjusted the pivot, I haven't oiled it, I haven't really cycled it very much. So I'm gonna put probably a couple hundred cycles into it to kind of break it in, and then I'll put a couple of drops of oil in it, just along the tang of the blade. This looks to be phosphor bronze washers, by the way, if anyone's curious. And then I'll cycle it a few more times and then adjust the pivot to get that tension that I'm looking for. Yeah, this knife, everybody, I see a lot of stuff on Facebook. I'm part of these trading groups. I see a lot of stuff on Facebook talking about Benchmade's quality control, and they would never buy a Benchmade. I'll be honest, I've had nothing but good success, good luck with Benchmades thus far. And there's really only 2 or 3 Benchmades that I would like to get left. One of them being the 940. But yeah, it's so far it's a really nice little knife. There's no sharp edges on it. I mean, it's a little more 90 than I'd like it to be. It's not very well chamfered, but it's not like, I don't think it's gonna cut me. Trust me, I've had some knives like back here. I thought that might actually cut me. Nothing on this is sharp like that. This has, you know, a fairly hard 90 along the spine of the blade. But outside of that, it's pretty well finished. Yeah. So this is the Benchmade Mini Loco. It's a nice little knife. If you're looking to get one, I would, after having it for what, a day and a half now, if you're looking to get one after a day and a half, I would say sure. But like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit of work into this, and we'll see how it turns out. Mini Loco. Here pretty soon I'm going to start doing some comparison videos. I've got some autos that were all designed by Emerson and manufactured by various companies, a couple of different companies. There are some similarities between one brand and another brand. Let's say this Butterfly brand and another brand that's making knives. You know, we'll just compare the two. Maybe we talk about budget brands like CRKT versus Kershaw. Maybe I'll just kind of lump all my assisted knives into one video. It's just kind of what I'm thinking about moving forward. But tonight, Benchmade Mini Loco. It's a nice little knife. Not too big. Got kind of a weird grip angle, but it works pretty well. Works well for it. And I love this blade. All right, if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comments below. Y'all have a great night.